chains. I've been driving this train, years in this lane. There's no stopping this flame, cause I came.
This 3M tale of tragedy comes to you in storyteller form by yours truly, Fly Beautifully. Here's the true story of an unsolved crime occurring in Berlin in 1935. Picture this. In Germany, in September 1935, authorities in Berlin were plagued by a sudden rash of unexplained violent crimes. While firefighters were kept busy with an outbreak of arson incidents blamed on malignant maniacs, other culprits were stretching taunt wires, y'all, across rural highways by night, wrecking cars and killing or injuring their occupants. Robbery was first suspected. However, in one or two of the cases, for the most part, the victims were left most unmolested. Robbery was suspected in one or two of the cases, but for the most part, victims were left unmolested after their vehicles were crashed. And saying something about this, you know, like how there was a rash of incidents. I know when I lived in California, there was a rash of incidents and stuff to where people were throwing rocks or debris or whatever have you over the bridges on the highways and stuff, you know, or the viaducts, right? And causing major accidents, causing some single accidents and unalives, right? So you had to be very, very careful about that. And this was happening in 1935, you all. 1935. People were doing this. So, according to the newspaper reports, the similarities of the method of the fastening of the wires, it led the police to believe that that there were maniacs. You know, those were the chief culprits, right? And that they had no motives, and they couldn't think of any motives as to why people would do this. And they had no motives, without motives, and they didn't have any suspects at all. So investigators, they could do little there in Berlin, but just stand by and watch as the body count just grew and grew, right? So this is what I tell you. So since authorities were not able to do anything about it, the public was left up to, you know, just being unsafe. Okay, so only thing that the investigators can do was just watch the body count rise, right? So, but let me tell you, this is an example of greed. Greed, okay? Money over people, money and power over people. It's just like with social media, and this is me talking, it's just like with social media, some people would do anything for clicks and views, anything whatsoever. They would monopolize on it and just society as a whole will monopolize on certain things, trends and stuff for money. You heard of the being a not a like when you like designer clothes and all that kind of stuff, and they call you a tool. Y'all know what I'm talking about, y'all old schoolers out there. But anyway, like I said, the Berlin auto dealers, they were more resourceful. And what they did, the Berlin auto dealers, the Berlin auto dealers, okay, we talking about auto dealers, like in the States, Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, all of them. So what they would do is, instead of trying to come together with law enforcement or other resources and stuff to come up with something to detour the matter, stop the matter, anything like that, this is what they did. The Berlin, you know what the Berlin auto, guess what they did, y'all? If you could think about, if you can imagine what they did, comment down below right quick. What did the Berlin auto dealers do? Well, they got real resourceful in cashing in on the panic, because everybody was in a panic. You can't drive your cars without the fear of being, pulled with the wire and stuff. So while the panic was lasting and everything, the Berlin auto dealers, they offered their customers these sawtooth, what do you call them? Sawtooth attachments. And I'm doing it like this because it had to be pretty long. Sawtooth attachments for, so that they can use them for the front of their vehicles. And it was designed to clip the cables on impact. So whoever was putting these cables, attaching these cables, wires to cars and stuff like that, and causing all these accidents, this sawtooth attachment was there for the front of your car, and it was designed to clip cables on impact. It is not recorded whether the devices worked or not, because the crime ended as suddenly as it began. The final body count was published in the case was never solved, also known as the highway MURKERS, Germany, 1935. And you all know I have to be careful on YouTube in certain words that I say. So I say the highway MURKERS. You know what I'm saying? 1935. They're also known as the flat tire Kill Bills or whatever, right? So one thing I like to say before I say the ending for this video is, there will be solved, unsolved crimes and things of that nature. And I am from Gary, Indiana. I have never heard of Dalton, Illinois, until this situation has come up with Mayor Tiffany Henyard in Dalton, Illinois. You all know I am an activist. I am an advocate, okay? You all know that. And I am following this case to the end, along with several other cases out there. But these videos I would like to start off by just, you know, doing the different crimes and stuff, and not everything is about Dalton right now, because like and not because everything is about Dalton right now. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please share, subscribe, and thumbs up. Thumbs up these videos. Thumbs up all of my videos if y'all don't mind. Keep them in the algorithm. I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of Midnight Malice and Mayhem. And remember, there are more to come. If you would like to see more videos like this, please share, subscribe, and thumbs up these videos, alright? There's more to come on unsolved future and past crime stories. There are some that there's a crime that I will be covering. It was a solved crime, but I will be covering that crime. There are some other ones in which I was, when I was stationed in California, several serial killers were around during the time that I was stationed in California. And my mother, being the negative Nancy that she was, but when I first moved to California, she told me, she says, you be careful out there, them white, you be careful out there with the, because I hear that those men out there in California will chop you up and cook you like pork chops. Okay? That was my mother who said, when I moved to California, that's what she told me. Alright? So, that's one of the reasons why I always tell people what I'm doing, or show them after the fact, rather than tell them what I'm doing or what goal I'm reaching before I do it, because you're always going to have some negative Nancy's. How many of you out there have someone or know of someone or people that will they'll shut your dream down before it even gets started, because they are in fear, you know. So don't allow anybody to shut your dreams down. And again, I hope you enjoyed this video. More to come. This was episode 2 of Midnight Malice and Mayhem. From Fly Beautifully to you, you all stay blessed. And make sure that you're good to yourself and others. Stay blessed.